Hey there, it's Mel C, and this is the Six Figure Chicks podcast. Quick, powerful conversations with women making six figures and beyond. It's a real talk, big wins, and no fluff. Just 15 minutes to get inspired and get you on the go. Together we rise, together we change lives. Hey there, welcome back to the Six Figure Chicks podcast. I am delighted, I'm always so excited to talk to these amazing women. I have Cristina on today, who I just recently met, had the pleasure of talking to. So thank you, Cristina, for being on the show. Why don't you share just a little bit about your awesomeness with the audience?
Oh, well, thank you. I'm excited to be on the show and just being a little bit, at least adjacent to the Six Figure Chicks community at this point. A little bit about myself. Well, I have my own company. It's called Siamo, which means we are in Italian. I grew up in Italy, and I was raised in Italy, hence the connection there. But we really focus on humanizing the workplace and helping leaders, teams, individuals truly find their authentic selves and create spaces where everybody's authenticity can thrive so that we can be better humans with other humans and just create better humans experiences.
I love that. And it is all about being just better to each other, to ourselves. And, it all comes back. So I would like to start it off with what's a fun fact about you that not many people know?
A lot of more people used to know this, but I think it's been a while. So I'll bring that one up. A fun fact is that years ago at this point, 20 years ago, maybe, or more, I studied and got certified to be a wine sommelier.
Ooh, yeah. What's your favorite wine?
It depends on the moment and the season. Right now it's summer and it's hot, so my go-to is a Lambrusco, which is a sparkling red that you keep chilled in the fridge.
I love a sparkling. So would that be like a sparkling rosé?
No, it's actually red. It's full-on red wine, but it's sparkly and it's still dry. It's not sweet, but you chill it, and it's a great summer one.
Oh, I'm going to have to try that. I love bubbles.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about business, because that's what we do share in the Six Figure Chicks is all those roadblock moments, those challenging times. What's one big thing that comes to mind that you've had to face in business?
The one I thought about when I knew the question was going to come up is a few years ago, we had, especially the beginning of our company, we were working with a client and everything was going well. And at some point, we hit a roadblock where even though we kept asking for feedback every single week, so in every single meeting, we asked, how are we doing? Anything we need to change? What's working, what's not working. Let's keep, the communication open. And for a few months, it was yep, everything is great. Keep doing what you're doing. And then we were invited into a meeting with some other people that we didn't know yet. So brand new meeting, we had created the information we were going to share was just going to be a very quick, we were part of a bigger meeting and our portion was only a few minutes. So we had shared the information ahead of time to all the participants, a week or two. So no, it was not going to be any surprise what we were going to talk about and share. They all knew it was more of a meet and greet. Here's an overall status of things. And we were almost immediately met with resistance over what we had been doing and criticism over what we had been doing and how it wasn't what needed to be done. And because we had been actively asking for feedback the whole time, we were shocked. It was one of those shocking moments in this room, but also the way the whole thing, the conversation was approached, and the gap in how to treat other humans in a room was very evident, which we had not seen before. And so after the meeting, at the end of the meeting, we left and they asked us what do you need from us? And we said, well, empathy and grace. We're talking about human behavior changes here. It takes a while. It's not going to go as smoothly as you think it is. And then we left the meeting and we regrouped. My business partner and I regrouped, and we seriously thought about firing the client because we were there to create human cultures that treat humans better. And that was our goal. That was what we were hired to do, is to help change a culture, to influence a culture so that it's respectful and people can thrive. And we were met with, out of the blue, this situation where we realized if this is the culture, there's nothing we can do here. It doesn't matter how much we work. We can't change this when it comes out of the blue like this. And so one of our core values as a company is we talk it out. So we don't make decisions in a vacuum. And so we had decided that we were going to go to our weekly meeting with our sponsor. And the first thing we were going to talk about is what happened 2 days ago. That's not okay with us. If that's how things are going to be going, and this was a large engagement. So we were going to walk away from months of work. And we said, like, that's not okay for us. If that's the norm and you think that's okay, we're not the right vendor for you. You're going to have to look for somebody else.
So what happened?
So what happened, and for us, it was like, we're going to be walking away financially. We're going to be walking away for something that is a huge impact to us as a business.
Mm-hmm.
But we have core values for a reason. And we started this business on our own for a reason. And what happened is it kind of opened up a whole new level of possibilities because the client was used to the type of behavior happening that way, and they didn't realize the impact that it has on people. And so when we pointed that out, they were like, "Oh no, you're right. That's not okay." And we're gonna, we would love for you to reconsider and stay, and we're gonna commit to being better and making sure that doesn't happen again. And what happened after that, I mean, we were then working for years with these clients in many different ways, but what happened after that was almost this realization from a senior leadership perspective that it's like, we are the example, and if we want to change this culture, we need to actually start addressing the things that we keep not addressing and maybe pushing aside and pretending they didn't happen, that they're okay.
Wow, I love that because yeah, it does definitely top down.
Yes.
Has to be in line with what they want to fix. So like, what's a tip that you would give somebody that's kind of facing that same hurdle or dilemma of like that's tough having those
Yes.
conversations?
It is tough. Yes. The tip that I have is be very clear as a person and a business what your values are, and be very clear what the non-negotiables are when those values are challenged. Because in those situations, that's what we went back to. We said, this is not okay. Why is it not okay? Because we built a business with these values. If these values are not present in how we show up and how our clients show up, then this is not longer working.
Yeah. Wow.
And if you let go of that and you pretend it didn't happen, just, if you accept it once, that's the culture you're going to keep building. It means that you're accepting it. You accept the next level even worse next time, and the next level even worse. And we had seen that on the receiving end in working for other companies multiple times, where we would hear a message internally, and then externally, when a client is present, it would be the opposite behavior because we don't want to lose the money.
That's the big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it just keep like snowballing.
Yes.
If that's what you put up with or decide to take on and just deal with, then, that's going to be the MO for the rest of your time.
Yes. Yes.
It's even more challenging going backwards through
Yes.
years of, taking what you're not really happy with
Yes.
in career or business, right? Like, I love that. And talking about time, going back, looking at your younger self, I know we kind of talked about this before. You had some time to think about this. Like, what is something that you would love to tell your younger self? Like one piece of advice.
I would want to say you don't have to have it all figured out. You never will have it all figured out. Get comfortable with not knowing and get comfortable that not knowing doesn't mean you're stupid. It doesn't mean you're not capable. It doesn't mean you're not enough.
I love that. Yeah, because I know when, we're all younger, we compare ourselves to so many people.
Yes. And we're measured by that because school measures how much do you know? If you know a lot, you're intelligent, you're successful, you've made it, you're going to make it. If you don't know a lot, then you're failing and you'll have your life will be impacted, and it's society measures that, but that's not the right measure. That's not reality.
Oh gosh, I know. I love that. Then speaking of like now today, all of us are in a crowded marketplace. Like we are, host some podcasts to try to reach more audience, people, share our, values and visions to more people. Like, what is something that helps you stand out from the crowd that you could share with others?
And I'll take what we've heard our clients actually say to us and how we stood out from the crowd. And is a big one is authenticity. A big one was the fact that they realized that what we say is going to show up in actions, and it's going to show up over and over and over. It's not lip service. Well, we won't say something that we don't actually show up in actions with. That we do show up authentically in all settings, whether we're talking to an executive or somebody who just got hired an intern. We don't change who we are. We don't put masks on and change who we are based on who's in the room and what power they have. And that we are constantly showing our humanity. So one of the things that we do in presentations, especially when we're running workshops, meetings, facilitation, any type of presentations, is we know we're human, we know we make mistakes, and we know no matter how many times we look at the brief, the document, the PowerPoint, the whatever written thing that we're sharing is, there's going to be a mistake, most likely. We can review it, we can proofread it, we can have 10 people look at it. There's still going to be a mistake that gets missed. And instead of pretending there isn't, or covering it up, we very often will start a presentation by saying, hey, there's going to be Easter eggs. Let us know when you find them so we can correct them for next time.
I love that. And it's so present, from you sharing that story of you risked losing a really high profile client. Yeah. And it just did not let you guys stop from being who you truly are, authentically are. Yeah. And that's why I was instantly attracted to you. And, as soon as we started talking and Alex, I was like, oh, yes, I do want to talk to these people more, because that's who you want to surround yourself with, is like-minded people who like, and trust. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, okay, let's get pumped up. Okay. What is your favorite song to like pull you out of a sour mood or to get you ready for your day?
So I've been trying to listen to a bunch of songs in the last couple of days to prepare for this. And this morning, as I just randomly played something on my music choice, the song that came up was exactly the one that I want to share, which is Unstoppable by Sia.
Yes, I love that song.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to play that. I mean, yes, I love like that whole era. Like,
yes,
so many good songs.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, final, call to action. How can people find you online, or, anywhere?
So they can find me on LinkedIn, just Cristina Amigoni. So Cristina, and my last name. They can find our company on LinkedIn and on our website. And it's the company name is Siamo. Our URL is wearesiamo.com. And they can find us on our podcast, Uncover the Human, in all the podcast places that people usually use.
I love that. So, are you only on LinkedIn? Is that your primary hotspot?
We are on Instagram as well as a company. We're also on Facebook. We don't, we have some activity there, not as much. So those LinkedIn is our main place, and Instagram. We're on both places.
Yeah, awesome. We'll definitely share with everyone all the digital platforms to find you. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for sharing some golden nuggets for our audience to be like, okay, well, if she did that, I can do it too. Thank you, Cristina.
Thank you. This was fun.
Yes. Till next time. Together we rise, together we change lives.